Maria, what are you doing?
I'm looking for a gift for my mom for Mother's Day.
What about Amazon for delivery or maybe the mall?
Amazon's not gonna get here on time before I head back home, and I've been to every mall in the city. I just can't find anything.
Oh, wait. I think I can help you out. What's going on, guys? My friend Maria's in a real situation right now trying to find a gift for her mom, so I'm gonna step in and help her out. I found this bag that I think is gonna be perfect for her. We're gonna use applique using suede. So I'm gonna take you through the whole process from digitizing to hooping to placement and ultimately the embroidering. But before we get into that, remember to like this video and subscribe to our channel so you can stay up to date with our latest content. Let's take a look at the materials we'll be using for today's project. We're gonna need a blank handbag, a 8x13 mighty hoop, adhesive spray, our suede backing for our applique, some applique scissors, an X-Acto knife, embroidery needle 75x11, embroidery thread, 3.5 ounce stabilizer, some water soluble topping. And the machine for today, we're gonna be using the Ricoma MT1501 15 needle commercial embroidery machine. All right, first things first, we need to digitize our design. So I'm gonna open up my software and upload my vector artwork. All right, so for those of you new to digitizing, a vector artwork image is an image that's small, scalable, and editable. So whenever you can, you want your customers to send you a vector artwork so that it makes your job much easier when you do digitizing. All right, so now I'm gonna right click on my artwork and then come down here to where it says convert to and applique. Now remember, you can only do this with a vector file. And instantly my digitizing software converts my artwork into applique. Now over here it looks a little thick. So I'm gonna come up here to set the width of my applique to 3.0. And then I'm gonna set my density to 0.30 and hit apply. Now for my letters at the bottom, I'm gonna use one of Chroma's coolest features, and that's auto digitizing. All right, so I'm gonna drag my cursor over my letters at the bottom of my design, and then I'm gonna come up here to my toolbar and I'm gonna click on the auto digitize feature. And instantly my software turns my letters into stitches. Now to clean this up, I'm gonna go through my letters with my shaping tool to adjust the angle lines and my start stop points. I will do the same steps with the rest of my letters. And then the last thing I'm going to do is drag and drop my cursor over my entire design, and then I'm going to go over to my command tab. And I'm going to set my end command to trim and hit apply. The reason I do this is to prevent jump stitches. And just like that, my design is ready to be embroidered. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is using our 8x13 mighty hoop and our suede fabric. We're gonna go ahead, let's unhoop our mighty hoop. We're gonna hoop our suede, just like that. And just like that, let's go ahead and adjust this. All right, and now we can take this to our machine. All right, and now we'll set up our design. So our file is going to be the logo. And then first things first, just want to make sure that all our colors are set. There's only one color. We got that. Also, what I'm going to make sure, since we're doing applique, I'm going to change it to automatic manual so that I can have it stop after each color change. All right. We have our design set. I have my 8x13 Mighty Hoop here, and what I'll do is I'll use the E-hoop parameters for this project. And now we're gonna trace. Tracing is when the machine outlines the design to make sure the needle doesn't hit the hoop, which can cause needle breaks and damage to the machine. All right, our placement's good. I just wanna make sure. I'm gonna do my contour trace now. Contour trace is a more detailed trace as it outlines the design exactly where it will stitch. Okay. Just make sure everything's good here. All right. We got our trace done. Our contour trace is good to go. Our placement's right. We're ready to start embroidering. So all we have to do now is press start. All right, our trace stitch is done for our suede fabric. We're gonna go ahead and unhoop it, and we're gonna cut it out. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna unhoop our suede. Let's put the Mighty Hoop to the side for now. Let me get my cutting mat, just like that, and I'm going to be using my applique scissors and an X-Acto knife for the inside portion of the letters. First things first, I'm going to use my applique scissors. Now, while I'm cutting away my excess fabric, let's quickly talk about how much money you could make creating a bag like this. We bought our blank bag online from Amazon for around $20. However, you can buy the same bag online in a different color for around $16. We also used about $3 worth of applique fabric and embroidery materials. So the all-in cost for this project is right around $19 depending on which bag you use. However, once finished, you could easily sell a bag like this online for around $41 with just the embroidery alone. Using the applique method, you could easily charge up to $50. That's a profit margin of over 62%. That looks good. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and with my X-Acto knife, I'm gonna cut out the inside portion of the R's. Make an incision right here and here, just so that I can use my scissors without puncturing. That way I don't puncture the fabric. Okay, there you go. Perfect incision. I just want this to look as clean as possible when I do this. All right, our applique fabric has been cut. Now we can go ahead and hoop our bag, and let's do our placement stitch. And let's get this hooked to the bag. All right, so now I'm gonna hoop my bag using my 8x13 Mighty Hoop. So first things first, I'm gonna get a piece of 3.5 ounce stabilizer. I'm gonna cut out one sheet. Let me grab my applique scissors again. Let's cut right around here. Okay. Have our fabric cut. Let's go ahead and unhoop our Mighty Hoop and maneuver it just a little bit so that let's go ahead. Let's hoop. And it should fall right in place. There we go. Our bag is hooped. And we're ready to go. All right, so now we're gonna place our bag into the machine. Once that's hooped, All I have to do is press start and it'll do the placement stitch. Okay, and here we go. All right, so now I have my placement stitch done. I'm gonna have my applique fabric right here. What I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna put some temporary adhesive spray on it, and then I'm gonna place it right here on my bag. All right, so I'm gonna use my temporary adhesive spray specifically for fabric, and I'm gonna spray it 6 to 12 inches away from my fabric. There we go. Let me shake it real well. And there we go. All right. We got that good to go now. All right, so our applique fabric has been sprayed with our temporary adhesive spray. Now we can go ahead and we can place it onto our bag. So I'm gonna guide myself using the 2 indents of the R's inside. Just like that. Let's bring this up just a little bit. Okay. There we go. And now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop the speed here to 300. So I just want this to come out nice and clean. So I can do the tack down stitch next. Our speed's dropped to 300. We're ready to continue. So let's go ahead and we'll hit start and we'll continue. All right, so our applique portion is complete. Now all we need is to do our texture on the bottom, and that's where our water-soluble stabilizer comes into play. We're done with our applique. All we need now is our text. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use 4 sheets of stabilizer, of water-soluble stabilizer, 2 on one side and 2 on the other. That way my letters don't sink. So what I'll do is I'm gonna place 2 sheets of my water-soluble stabilizer here. Perfect. Okay, so we're gonna do these 3 letters first. So let's go ahead and we'll press start. All right, now I'm gonna stop it. And I'm gonna take out these 2 sheets real quick. And now I'm gonna put the other 2 sheets right here. So one first here and the other. All right, there we go. And we'll resume. All right, so let's go ahead and remove these two. Let's go ahead and unhoop. All right, let's clean this up really quick right here. And there we go. Our bag is complete. All right, our bag is done. All we're gonna do now is unhoop it. Okay. I'm gonna use the same applique scissors. And let's go ahead. Our backing's cut out. We are done.
Andrew, can you please tell me you have something for me?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Andrew, it's so beautiful.
All right, that's all the time we have for today. Remember, if you're looking for your next embroidery project or you're looking for more advice on embroidery, then be sure to join us on our Facebook group, Embroidery and Custom Apparel Mastery Group.
And if you haven't done so already, follow us on Instagram and TikTok for more informative and entertaining content.
And also, remember, if you have any ideas you'd like to see in a future episode of Embroidery Hub, be sure to leave them in the comments section below.
Thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you next time.